Hi, my name is Alan. I have been in the ad industry for the past 40 years, but today I think I have finally found my first love, a virtual live streaming platform. We have often been asked, how far can you take virtual live streaming? My answer would be as far as your imagination can take you. With today's technology, we are able to do things we couldn't yesterday. Let my production team demonstrate to you what can be done. Take it, Uncle.
Okay, thank you, boss. At the current situation of pandemic, online training is a go. Of course, we can have a fancy thing like this. And like this. Oh, slow. And like this. Whatever you can imagine. And we can do it any way you want. Okay, wait. Hello? Habibi? Yeah. No, I'm working. I'm in the studio. Wait. Someone is coming. I got to go, okay.
Can I move now?
Wait. Okay, you can come up. Okay, wait. You continue. Bye-bye.
Bye. I'm 𝘁cie. I'm hands-on in the events industry for the past 15 years. Let me make use of this technology to make your dream launch, events, or a show a reality. We own a multi-purpose hall big enough for a car to be driven in. Making the best of a physical space and virtual streaming to bring you to the next level. To me, everything has a solution, no matter how complicated the situation is.
The music industry has changed in the past few months. The new normal has caused so much hardship. But don't worry, the new technology that we have developed can solve a lot of this problem. The solution, do it with virtual live streaming.
Reno, is there anything else a singer can do?
Yes, of course.
Internet no good? Okay, I go offline.
I have my own live streaming, catering for customers to shop online while being entertained. You are always welcome to watch my live streaming channel, The Shopping Station, 𝘁cie火车站.
Give us a call and let's have coffee and talk.
Meet a company who gets what your event marketing needs. We are 𝘁cie. Any event, any purpose, our team knows everything you need for a smashing success. We always have a plan made just for you. And when it's crunch time, we walk the talk and make it happen. And on event day, the results speak for themselves. All the event solutions you could need, all in one company. We should know, we've been at it for over 10 years, starting with music and growing to master events of all kinds. Put the event of your dreams in our hands and watch the magic happen when we bring it to life, so that it looks and sounds like a dream come true. Events, commercials, we do it all and make it brilliant. We are 𝘁cie. We get events and we get you.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this evening live in the city, brought to you by 𝘁cie in the City. And you must be wondering, where am I from? Well, I am live from Kuala Lumpur, and tonight is a special night because I've got a great celebrity right here with us this evening, and I'm really, really honored for him being online with me and also accepting my invitation. I only met up with him a few minutes ago, and definitely it's going to be a very exciting session. But before that, I would love to connect with you. I got my phone with me, and I would love to know where you guys are watching from. Well, for those who don't know who I am, my name is Joshua, and I'm an MC, a host, as well as a voiceover talent. And recently, I've also been given a coach and a trainer title as well. So guys, if you're watching me live right now, please do me a favor. Tell me where you guys are watching from. Again, I'm live from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and we are right here live at Petaling Jaya, where 𝘁cie in the City is. So definitely talk to me online, ladies and gentlemen, and definitely we would love to hear from you. Well, I know that all of you are a bit anxious of what's going to happen with the pandemic. Well, the numbers look lower than before. Now it's only about 1,200 plus this time around, and hopefully it will keep on dropping, and a lot of you are vaccinated at the same time. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'd like to invite you to give us some thumbs up, give us some love, everybody. I see some people online with us. Please do talk to us, and we'll definitely love to interact with you. I got 𝘁cie sim, who's also the executive producer right here at 𝘁cie in the City, and hopefully you guys also can connect with her. But I would love to connect with you so that we will have a fantastic evening. Well, today we have a special guest that has been on television before. So if you recognize him, definitely you have been watching Britain's Got Talent, America's Got Talent, as well as Asians Got Talent. And he has been plastered all over YouTube if you follow all these great talents online. He also has been showcasing his talent overseas as well. And I'm not going to say too much because this segment, it's all about him, and I definitely would like to bring him up on stage or online really, really soon. But before that, we have a little video for you to watch. So sit back, relax, and this is Andrew Lee.
We're going to predict Melbourne Cup.
A very bold move.
There you have it, the trifecta.
How did you do that?
The twist at the end, it was like a movie with the whole package in it. You know, it was good.
You know what? You're such a charmer. Got us all in the palm of your hand.
Thank you.
I love magic, and I will say that it was very, very impressive.
Of the fact that it was really intense, and your presentation is fantastic.
What? Oh no!
It was absolutely stunning, and yeah, it was such an entertaining routine. It had us all on the edge of our seats.
That was one of the most amazing things I've seen on this show. Near death, magic, everything I love.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd like to bring up Andrew Lee, everybody! Yay!
Hello, Joshua.
Hello, nice
everyone.
to meet you. Thank you very much for being online with me. Yes, we actually haven't met before, but just a few minutes ago, we just got to shake hands, and now we've known each other well. He is definitely honoring me for being up here online, and I would definitely love to hear his story. So, guys, please do remember, contact me on Facebook, write in the comment section, say hi to Andrew Lee. Well, Andrew Lee is a renowned illusionist and a mentalist, and definitely he's going to show you some tricks as well. So sit back, relax, while we also introduce him to everyone. So Andrew Lee, we are live here in Kuala Lumpur, and you are a Malaysian. I am very, very proud to be a Malaysian like you as well. I mean, see, I've seen a lot of your videos as well, especially the Britain's Got Talent, the one that you, well, I won't say too much. And he actually, I was really amazed by what he did in Britain's Got Talent. So later we'll talk about that. But maybe we can talk a little bit about yourself. Where did you come from? And before you, I know before you became a magician, you actually had something else before that. So maybe you can just share with the crowd and the audience.
Right, okay, so, and guys, yes, as Joshua was mentioning to you guys earlier on as well, later on I'm going to show you guys some magic tricks. And in fact, what you guys can also do is to get ready a deck of cards or maybe pieces of paper that you can get a hold of right now at home. And later on, we're going to try some magic along as well during this, in this space over here.
Cool, okay.
Yeah, and Joshua, yeah, before I was actually a magician. In fact, a lot of people do not actually know that I am actually a nutritionist by graduate, and I was actually working in a fitness chain as a sales consultant and also a fitness nutritionist as well during that time. And what a lot of people do not know about me as well, in fact, is that I'm actually homeschooled. Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of like correspondence school from syllabus from Australia and the US. So I guess I've experienced MCO longer than any of you guys.
Okay.
So yeah, and then I was working for a fitness chain industry for quite some time, and I realized I was actually exchanging a lot of my time for money. And you know, working for corporate, sometimes it really demands a lot from you.
True.
So then, to cut the whole story short, I actually took a break from whatever I was doing. I got an offer to actually perform my first international gig in India back then. And during that time, I was actually just doing magic as a free time, freelance, sort of like as a hobby. And basically, I needed to take a break. I just went for the gig, did a show in India, and basically, you know, that was like for one of the largest crowd I've ever did, and that was actually for 10,000 onlookers during that time. And it was.
And that was your first?
That was my first international gig.
Wow,
yeah. But back then, of course, I was doing like when I was still studying and stuff like that. I was doing a lot of like corporate events and corporate gigs and stuff like that as well. And yeah, you know, I went to America to study after that, after my degree as a nutritionist, and came back, worked for a fitness chain, and for about 2 years, and now I'm a full-time magician. Yeah.
Okay, so you I mean, it's interesting because you said you went to America to study, you came back as a nutritionist, but what made you transit to a magician? I mean, it's two totally different fields.
Yeah.
I mean, one is to look after people's health. The other one is to make fun of people at the same time. So, I mean, it's two different industries altogether.
Well, actually, in fact, when I was much younger, right, I actually have hopes and dreams of becoming a doctor.
Oh.
Yeah, my parents insisted that I become a magician.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding, man. You know, like, you know, see, most Asian parents, right, you know, they want their kids to be doctors, engineers, lawyers, and blah, 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 and all that stuff, right? Yeah, but my parents, surprisingly, they were really, really supportive for whatever career choices that I chose. And although having a degree in nutritional science, they were actually, you know, quite, you know, they didn't give any, you know, objection or whatsoever, me being a magician, because, you know, I was actually making good money. I was traveling around the world and all that stuff. So, I mean, ultimately is you're putting food on the table for yourself, and you can, you know, all that stuff. That's, you know, yeah, that's, you know, that's that.
But being a magician definitely takes years of practice.
Yeah, and also just to answer that question, right, in fact, I was actually, inspired by this movie, 𝘁cieः𝗶𝗵𝗁𝘁. I'm not sure if you...
Okay, yeah, of course. Robbie Williams.
So he's a doctor. At the same time, he was actually, in fact, a clown back then. Because I always believe in this thing, you know, like, I mean, of course, you can treat someone physically based on medical, you know, whatever it is. But ultimately, it's also the soul, right? If you can make someone happy, someone laugh, someone to someone's day who is sad, who's going through a hard time in life, and then you put a smile on their face through that, through the skills that you can develop, then that's also something.
Okay.
And that's why I always had the impression of wanting to do medicine and becoming a magician. So yeah.
Okay.
That's-
So when did you start becoming a magician, or when you started exploring magic?
Magic. Well, I've started magic since at the age of 16, so it's been it's been some years now. I'm still quite young, so yeah, you know, I've been doing full-time magic for about 6, 7 years now. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's when you started 16 years old.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. So your inspiration was Patch Adams.
Patch Adams,
Okay.
David Blaine. I'm sure many of you guys have seen David Blaine, who does street magic, or rather close-up magic on TV. David Copperfield was actually one of my heroes in magic as well. And yeah.
Yes, but in Malaysia there are not many renowned magicians, and now you yourself have become one. How did you find, like, you know, someone to teach you, or is it that you had to learn by yourself, or was it YouTube that became your mentor?
Right. Yeah, so this is a very, very, very interesting question, right? Because the thing is that with magic, it's like, you know, a lot of people say, oh, where do you learn magic? It's like, is there like a secret school, or is there like, you know, some sort of like, you know, like a magician's secret club that you can join and all that stuff. So when I first started, of course, there was a lot of like, sort of, I guess, like, actually, in fact, my first magic book that I actually purchased was actually, in fact, I'm not sure if many of you guys, have you heard of the ship called Doulos?
Yes.
You know, there's like a super old like cruise ship who
Yep.
just parks in Portland
True.
occasionally once in a while,
Yep.
and then they just sell like used books and stuff like that. So actually, in fact, that was actually the first magic book I actually got
Yep.
my book from, and that's where I started learning magic. And initially, it was just like a fun thing where my cousins would get together every year from the UK. They come down and just show like, hey, you know what, I learned something, I'm going to show you something now, you know, just for fun, you know, kind of thing. And then that's how it began. And actually, in fact, it got more serious when the David Blaine TV series came on television. And that basically, as many of magicians would say, you know, you got bitten by the magic bug. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So definitely, you can find a lot of books out there. You can learn by
Well,
yourself
now,
as well.
yes, you can find a lot of books. Okay, fine. Okay, I mean, to be honest with you guys, right now, like, if you guys want to learn magic and stuff like that, you know, information are so easily accessible, right? They now, basically, and stuff like that. Of course, there's a very reputable school in Las Vegas, which is the only magic school in Las Vegas, which is Jeff McBride Magic and Mystery School. He's a good friend of mine. I visited the school before when I was visiting Vegas 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. And yeah, and you can basically learn stuff from YouTube and stuff like that nowadays, you know, but yeah, you want to learn from the proper source when you learn magic trick. Yeah.
Okay, so you talk about proper source. Do you yourself, do you teach as well?
Well, I do have a course that I was actually, in fact, shooting during this pandemic, which I've not released yet. So I've been busy with a lot of other stuff like virtual events and virtual entertainment, and I came up with a show called The Magic Connection as well. It's a talk show, pretty much like this, interviewing stars of magic, like the Las Vegas stars of magic, to behind the scenes of what magic is all about and what do they do and how do they pivot themselves during this time. It's also a show about connecting the magicians from the east to the west to open a platform for them to shine, you know, in that platform. And we had really, really good guests, like, you know, Jeff McBride was one of them. We had Adam Shire, who's actually, in fact, the co-founder of Siri, Apple org,
Wow,
and he's
okay.
also a magician. And yeah, we have a lot of guests like Eric Chan, and yeah, even to a point where I was doing it so often. One day, David Copperfield sent an email to a friend, say, oh, hey, David Copperfield is actually looking for your number. Can I give your number to him? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not, right? I mean, like, David Copperfield is asking for your number. Yeah, so of course, yeah, sure. And then the next day, or actually, in fact, a few hours later, got this number 018 like, who's this? I was driving and all that stuff. Hello, hey, is this Andrew? Is David Copperfield? Like, what? How come the number is like 018, you know, like this unknown number and all those like kind of a thing. So yeah, he was just saying that, you know, great job with the show, and he's been giving some good compliments of the show and stuff like that. So which is great, you know. I mean, these things only happen during a pandemic like this because everyone is stuck at home, nothing else to do, because, you know, like David Copperfield will not have the time to even like go online and look at a video or a talk show kind of a thing, because he's been busy himself. Yeah, and I guess, you know, that's one good thing that happened out of the pandemic for me. Yeah.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to reach out to Andrew Lee, you can do so. You can go on his Facebook. And of course, when his course comes up, I'm very, very sure he'll be more than happy to have you as part of his class. And definitely you can learn a lot of stuff from him. I mean, I am also a David Copperfield fan, and have someone like David Copperfield to call you. My gosh, I think that is definitely a shocker. So ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to you would like to experience some magic, we're going to do that really, really soon. So make sure that you have a deck of cards, is that right?
A deck of cards, pieces of paper, or maybe even a blank, like couple of blank business cards, and that would be fine as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so do that because we're going to do that in a few minutes' time. All right, so back to Andrew Lee before the pandemic. And of course, let's talk a little bit about your education. Your education was in homeschool rather than public school. I mean, I know that's a bit out of the topic today because we were talking about your career, but can you tell us a little bit about what's the difference for yourself between homeschool and public school? Have you had an experience in that?
Yeah, so I actually I went to a Mandarin Chinese school when I was standard 1 to standard 5, and I didn't even see my UPSR or SPM and PMR, right? Yeah, I don't have those test syllabus. So I was basically studying at home, and everything was online, correspondence. I did my reports and thesis and send it overseas on a weekly basis. And I would say that it's been a great journey for me being homeschooled. I don't regret being homeschooled in the sense that because in a way homeschooling, I mean, I guess it's not also not for everyone, I would say, because homeschooling is something that requires a lot of self-discipline, a lot of responsibilities as well. And for me, it turned out pretty well because I found myself like going ahead than a lot of my peers because everything's on your own pace, right? You learn how to set goals, how to take responsibility for yourself, and sometimes even I wake up like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm done school by 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. You know, I'm just like set like today I'm going to finish X amount of work today or X amount of thing, and then I finish it, and then by 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, I'm done with school. You know, and then I get to do whatever I want. I get to choose my own syllabus. I get to learn magic, I get to do a lot of things, and probably a lot of people will be asking, then how is your social life like and stuff like that? I guess magic back then was actually in fact my best friend as well, because it taught me to just go out there to a random stranger and just perform my magic, and that has actually in fact taught me a lot of confidence, a lot of how to carry myself, how to approach random group of strangers and just doing what I love.
Fantastic. Okay, so that's a little bit about homeschooling as well as public school, I guess. So for those who would like to explore that, you can do that as well. So let's talk a little bit about your journey as a magician. Of course, one of the highlights was when actually I saw you on YouTube, and you were at Britain's Got Talent, you were at America's Got Talent, and you were in Asia's Got Talent.
I was not on America's Got Talent. I was on Asia's Got Talent and Britain's Got Talent. Okay. I was also on other TV stations in Romania, Italy, and Slovakia. I basically lost count. So basically a lot of places. So
sorry about that. So can you tell us a little bit about what is it like to be in that kind of competition? What kind of mental state that you had to be, or what you had to prepare yourself for? I mean, you are going to a different country, you are stepping on a stage earlier we mentioned it could be 10,000 people,
right? And
you're in front of a live telecast audience as well. So how was that? How did you prepare yourself?
Well, actually, in fact, this is the story about me and this whole talent show kind of a thing, right? Initially, of course, I always wanted to be on America's Got Talent. I always wanted to be on Britain's Got Talent, just mainly to perform in front of Simon Cowell. That's my only goal. Before all this talent show happened, I was actually in fact traveling around the world doing what I love already, from India to Australia I did my own theatre show in Australia as well. Predicted the Melbourne Cup in Australia Today Tonight. I did a lot of a lot of international gigs. And then actually, in fact, the first talent show that first contacted me was actually, in fact, Asia's Got Talent for season 1. During that time, you've heard of America's Got Talent, you've heard of Britain's Got Talent, but you've never heard of Asia's Got Talent. So first thought that came to mind, must be a scam. So like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna like ignore it and just completely didn't reply the email completely and stuff like that. So yeah, just doing my shows and did Australia, did a couple of other like theater shows and stuff like that overseas. And then during that time, season 1 of Asia's Got Talent came out. I was like, oh, okay, this is actually quite legit, and back then also I never had the impression to actually go on this kind of Asia's Got Talent because, I mean, you want to perform in front of like Simon Cowell, right? So that's the whole goal.
Okay.
Yeah. So then, of course, when I was in Australia 3 years ago, actually I faced one of the most difficult challenges in my career, and that was in fact 3 days before predicting the Melbourne Cup. My mother called me at 5 o'clock in the morning Australian time. Can you please pray? I was like, what happened? The house is on fire.
Oh,
so
dear.
she took picture or video, like the house was on fire, like, thankfully, of course, no one was hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a very difficult challenging time for me because, during that time, okay, in Australia, house on fire, okay, no feeling yet, okay, at that time. Just did the show, predicted the Melbourne Cup, everything like that. Came home, then realized, shit, I just lost everything. And like all my props, clothes,
oh dear,
my I still remember that during that time, I just bought a new laptop, like a very high-spec Mac. Oh, this is too heavy, I'm just going to leave it at home. And then I just brought like the very bare minimum like backpack, just a backpack, just to do just enough for the show only, just to predict the cup. Came back home, I just realized, oh shit, I just lost everything. Like everything was burned, everything was down to the ashes. There's no sign of anything at all. Yeah, and then everything began to sink in. Everything began to sink in, and then realized that, oh no, I've got 3 days after this, I've got actually a corporate gig that I need to do. And during that time, I really have like nothing else to wear because I only brought like a backpack of clothes, not even my performing attires or suit and all that stuff. And yeah, during that time, it was like a lot of shuffling and a lot of like planning that took place. And in the end, of course, I did the show, went to the stationery shop, get whatever tools that I need to just come up with a brand new act. Did that. 2 weeks later, I had another gig to perform on a cruise ship. And cruise ship is one of the most, I guess, one of the most important gigs that you need to do to bring your A-list there because you get reviews of your show and how your show is all about. And during that time, it's like, I don't have any props with me left. I don't have anything on, practically, I don't have anything with me. So I just took whatever I had, just came up with new materials and did a cruise ship job. And during that time as well, to cut the whole story short, I then got invited to Asia's Got Talent Season 2. And I was like, you know what? I've got nothing else to lose. I lost everything already, and I just went on Asia's Got Talent, and I basically just did a completely new act with the blindfold, the knife, and all that stuff. And yeah, that gave a lot of good traction, a lot of good response. And actually, in fact, before Britain's Got Talent, I was actually in fact moving on to the semi-finals of Asia's Got Talent. America's Got Talent contacted me. Hey, I saw your act. Do you want to participate in America's Got Talent? I was like, I don't think I can actually do that right now because I'm actually still in the semi-finals of Asia's Got Talent, and it might be like a clash or conflict of interest and stuff like that. So I turned America's Got Talent down for a while, and then after the semi-finals, after I knew that I wasn't going to the finals of the Asia's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent contacted me, and then I said, oh, you know what, I'm just going to do it anyway. So I just took the leap of faith. I just did Britain's Got Talent, and that's how it grew. And I remember when I was doing Britain's Got Talent, I was only there for 3 days. So imagine arriving there at like 9 o'clock UK time, slept for a couple of hours, woke up at 5 o'clock UK time again, went to the studio, had a whole day of shoot, did the interviews, did the behind the scenes and all that stuff that you usually see, the B-rolls. And I only performed my set at 10-ish p.m. at night, UK time. So basically, I didn't sleep for a long period of time, and it was really, really exhausting, tiring. And the next thing I only can remember was this: me in front of KIA waiting for my luggage to arrive. Then Cindy, my assistant manager girlfriend, was saying, oh, do you know that you actually had 2 standing ovations during the show? I was like, huh, really? I was like, oh, okay. Everything happened like so fast. It was like I just woke up from a dream because I haven't slept for a couple of hours. I did the show, did the interview, did the audition, standing ovation. Next thing I know, I'm back in Malaysia. It's like, yeah. So everything was like just a flash, but it was a great experience anyway.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so you have actually traveled all around the world with your particular talent. Okay. So what would be the most memorable one for you?
Wow, actually, in fact, I really love traveling. I perform in basically 30 different countries right now. I've been to places that I thought I would never even ever travel to for holiday, but yeah, now I would, you know, and of course I love the place and all that stuff. Been to Lithuania, which at first like, where is Lithuania? And then been to Slovakia, which I never would imagine I would go to Slovakia. Yeah, so these are very authentic places that I traveled to. Romania was nice as well. And yeah, you know, one thing about traveling is that I love to explore different cultures, different walks of life, different people. And it's amazing how magic can actually speak all languages because everybody knows the language of magic, right? And yeah.
I think the one that that you have on your write-up in your website is the London New Year's Day Parade,
right?
The LNYDP in 2019, and that one was attended by 650,000 people.
Yes, so that was actually one of the, I guess also it would be one of my really exciting performances. And what happened was that every year London would have their New Year's Day Parade, and they would parade around the whole of London. Yeah, it's like the whole of London where onlookers would crowd. You know, it's like how a parade would be. Everyone would be on the street would be blocked, and then the parade would just go and stuff like that. So I had my own flatbed truck. I had my illusion, and imagine performing a magic show with 360 degrees on a flatbed truck where the truck is moving and doing a show, and everything was like so crammed together because it's a truck, right? And it was dangerous and stuff like that. And the fact that it's viewable 360 degrees and extremely, and you know, during that time it was like, wow, January, super cold, and two of my assistants were just basically just wearing their tank tops, and then like bare skin. You know, imagine like doing that set around the circle. There's about like six different sets. And it was crazy, but it was fun. It was really fun. Yeah. That was like one of the most memorable
Okay,
ones.
so if you guys are ready for the magic show, and that we're going to have it right here, make sure that you got your deck of cards. So while you're getting your deck of cards, I'm going to give you one more minute. Maybe you can show some pictures and of Andrew, and we can talk a little bit about pictures while we're waiting for you to grab your cards. So yes, these are some of the pictures that he has, and definitely we're going to talk a little bit about his pictures. Okay, so while we're waiting for that, I mean, some of these pictures that you're taken here that we can see, this is, let me see, when was this taken?
Oh yeah, this is actually in fact studio shots that I shot at a friend's place like years ago.
Okay, can we have the other one?
Yeah, they're all taken at the same time. All these are all studio shots are taken at the same time. Yeah.
So guys, if I'm not mistaken, that particular trick that he did in London is actually on YouTube. I did watch it a little bit, right?
Yeah. If you guys go to my Instagram, andrewleemagic.com, there's my website there, and YouTube and all that stuff is all there. So yeah, just go and check it out.
Okay, so let's start our first magic trick. I hope that you guys are ready. If you guys are ready, please type at the comment section, type 1 and then just press enter. Hopefully we'll get some people to participate with us, and definitely we're going to have our first magic trick. Okay, so Andrew, all to you.
Yeah, actually, in fact, I don't even have can you believe it? I'm a magician. I don't even have a deck of cards with me right now. But yeah. But anyway, Joshua, you're going to do this with me too, right?
Yes,
okay.
Yes,
so
definitely.
What I have is basically just like my business, like not really my business cards, just empty cards. So what you're going to do is that you're going to take 4 cards.
Okay.
Okay, I'm also going to take 4. So if you guys don't have like playing cards or anything like that at home, it's fine. Just take like any 4 cards or pieces of paper that you can number from 1 to 4. Do that now if you can.
1 to 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll start and I'll pass you the pen. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You can do that the same as well.
I got 1, 2.
So you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 right over here. Now it doesn't have to be in any order. So if you guys have like playing cards at home, just grab any 4 cards. It's fine too. Okay, you can just give them a shuffle. Yeah, mix them about.
Oh, mix them up.
So if we do not know the order of it, it doesn't really matter, really, to be honest with you guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what's gonna happen is this: once you guys have your 4 cards at home, your 4 playing cards at home as well, just give them a cut or not. The choice is entirely up to you guys at home to decide what you want to do. All right. So once you guys have done that, I would like you guys to hold your cards like this, okay? All right? And what you're going to do is you're going to tear it in half, okay, from the
Tear it
top
in half.
all the way to the bottom, like so, okay? So you got half over here and half over there. Okay, we'll give you guys some time to do that, and we'll give Joshua some time to do that as well. You got half and half, yes, perfect, yep, perfect. Now place either half on top of each other.
Either half on top of each other.
And we are good to go.
All right.
All right, so what's going to happen here is this. Now, one of the things magic reminds us of is that in the midst of chaos, order can emerge, and sometimes even beauty. So we're going to try to do this with these 4 cards, with all these cards that you guys have in your hands as well, okay?
Okay.
And we're going to mix them up even further, okay? I'll like you guys to take the top 3 cards.
Top 3.
And place them anywhere in the middle of your deck.
All right.
Okay?
Yes.
Take the next top card and keep it in a safe space, somewhere that you get back to in just a moment. Okay, in your pocket, you can sit on it, you can do whatever you want with it. It's entirely up to you. Okay, somewhere we'll get back to in a moment. Now we are going to add one more layer of confusion and one more layer of chaos over here. Okay, take the next top card.
Okay.
And place it anywhere in the middle. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
And we are going to add a layer, one more layer of complication over here. If you guys have a partner or someone, a loved one at home that you can do this with, you can do this with as well. But of course, since Joshua and I are over here, we're going to take the next top card, Joshua, and we're going to put it anywhere in the middle. Anywhere. Yep. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
All right. Perfect. I put inside anywhere in the middle. Okay. Perfect. Now here's another choice, guys. You can decide to take one or two cards anywhere, and you can place it inside the middle of your deck. Now, 1 or 2 cards, the choice is up to you, okay? Joshua, you can decide 1 or 2 is up to you.
One.
I'll take 2. Okay, I'll put it in the middle.
Okay.
Okay, you guys can do that. Take 1 or 2 is entirely up to you guys. Put it in the middle. Okay. Once you guys are done that, I would like you to make another choice. Okay? You can decide to take 1, 2, or 3 cards. The choice is entirely up to you guys. You can take 1, 2, or 3 cards and place it to the bottom of your pile. Okay. For me, I'll take 2. How many are you taking?
I was thinking 2 too.
2. Okay. Up to you. The choice is entirely up to you guys. 1, 2, or 3 is entirely up to you guys. Okay. Now, done. Put it in the underneath.
Underneath.
Yep.
Yes.
Perfect. Once you guys have done that, I would like you guys to make another choice. Okay. If you take that same amount of cards off the top, I take 2 just now early on, okay, and get rid of it, throw it away, make a mess.
Throw it away?
Yeah, make a mess, get rid of it. Yeah, we are simplifying. Okay, take the next top card, place it to the bottom.
Okay,
and throw the next card away, reducing chaos. Okay, take the next top card, place it to the bottom.
Okay,
and toss the next card away.
Toss the next card away. Okay.
Yep, okay. Focusing on what really matters. Okay. And if you still have more cards in your hands, follow along. Take the next top card, place it underneath, and toss the next card away. Okay. Now, if you guys are left with only 1 card left, I want you to stop and pause right there. Okay. Now, for those of you guys who still have more than 1 card in your more cards in your hands, still follow along. Okay. Take the next top card, place it underneath. Toss the next card away, okay, and just focusing, and we are back to square one. If you guys still have more cards in your hands, take the next top card, put it in the bottom, and toss the next card away. And you will end up with only 1 card left. Yes?
Yes.
Now, earlier on, you guys shuffled the cards, you guys mixed the cards up, you guys cut the cards, you guys decided between 1, 2, or 3 cards. The choice is entirely up to you guys, and if you guys are following along, and you remember the card that you put aside early on, I would like you to grab hold of that card and place them together and see what you have done. In fact, you guys would have a perfect match. Joshua obviously wasn't following instructions, so it's fine. Oops. Yeah, so if you guys got it, let us know in the comments, yes, awesome. Thank you.
So what was your number?
I got lucky number 3 over here, so 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, if you got your numbers, maybe you can write in the comment section and tell us what you got. And definitely would like to know what you shared. I think I did it wrong, so yeah. So yes, that's a little magic trick from Andrew. Thank you very much. Yeah. So you can also try that as well. You can play back, and obviously you can actually follow the instructions once again, and then you can have a little magic trick in your at your fingertips as well. Yeah,
and don't forget to share this post, guys, and because we're going to do some more magic later on as well.
Cool.
And if you guys have any questions, feel free to write down in the comments below as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so guys, please, like what Andrew said, give us some love, give us some thumbs up, everybody, and share this. I'm sure that someone out there would like to know a little bit about Andrew Lee. I'm sure that you recognize his face. He was at British Got Talent as well as Asia Got Talent. Sadly, he missed out on the Americans Got Talent, but anyway, he's been doing very, very well. He's been traveling around the world, and the best part of it is that his highlight was that in London,
one of the highlights, yeah.
One of the highlights, performing in front of 650,000 people. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of bodies, by the way. All right, so yes, so these are one of the things that we have learned about Andrew Lee. So guys, if you'd like to connect with him, please go to his Facebook. All right, so pandemic, obviously it's on everybody's lips. And obviously, both of us, our industries are affected tremendously. I'm not too sure whether you can travel or not, even with authorized letters. But I know that you've been still traveling, in a way, virtually, right? I mean, from the way we've been talking, you've been doing a lot of green screen and all that kind of stuff. You have everything moved your performances online as well. How was it like for you for the first few weeks when you decided to move over to actually doing it virtual?
Yeah, so I got this question from a lot of people all the time, every single time. Like, you know, you're a magician. How are you gonna how do you do a magic show virtually? And I've got a lot of inquiries and a lot of people asking me, oh, could you do a magic trick or magic show in front of in a virtual stage and all that stuff? I said, yeah, I could definitely. You know, it's just like and doing it to camera, it's just like practicing in front of camera and stuff like that, right? True. So like I've been doing a lot of virtual shows, a lot of Zoom virtual shows where everything happens in real time, real life. It's not like watching a magic show on YouTube or Facebook or anything like that. Since I get to interact with them in real time, I get to read their minds through the screen. Although certain methods it's not possible to do in the virtual world. For example, how are you going to get people to shuffle cards or pick a card and all that stuff, right? So I've came up with a lot of me and my friends came up with a lot of methods in which we can actually get them to engage virtually just by picking a card. You know, like, let us know in the comments what card you like to card, and then, you know, we just pick a card and write your name, what's the favorite thing that you like to do, and then we just write the name just to identify that is their card. In fact, to think about it, right, in fact, whatever happens in the virtual world is in fact 10 times much more stronger as compared to a live person thing. For example, if I could read your mind like this, possibly maybe you said, oh, there's somehow maybe you could read his body language, or maybe you saw something or whatever, right? But in this virtual space, it's a completely different thing. I'm just talking to you in front of a camera.
True.
And you are there at your home. How am I supposed to engage with you, you know, and stuff like that? And to even read your mind, like, even though you're like miles away back home and I'm still able to do that, that's quite a miracle, I would assume. And the fact that now that you can even do stuff with your own items, like your own cards at home, get a book, get a paper and pen, draw a picture, and me interacting with you in this space, I think it's quite incredible. I mean, obviously I miss virtual, I miss live performances. And I can't wait to go back to performing live again.
What's the difficulty, I mean, virtually? Like for us as MCs and hosts, we had to change the way we, articulate our words, because we are talking through digitized equalizers and all that kind of stuff. But you yourself as a performer, I'm sure also bands have to also change the way they perform. For you, physically and virtually, what is the major change that you had to do in order to go virtual? Right. So for me, the major change when I do virtual magic shows is that when you perform magic show in a real life person, and when you perform in front of a camera, it's completely different. Why I say that is because certain methods or certain sleight of hand does not work on camera. Why? Because the camera does not blink. So in live person, misdirection works. You know, look at that. You know, something happens. But on camera, because the camera does not blink, whatever you do in your hands, everybody is like watching focusing on it.
Focusing on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why, you know, like certain things work great on TV, certain things doesn't work great on TV and on camera and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of things have been changed. Like, of course, like now I've got a deck of cards. Like, can I get you to pick a card? How do you do that? Maybe name me any number between 1 to 52. Since there are 52 cards in a deck, and I'll just count down cards, and this is your card and stuff like that. I even get you to like probably grab a book from your home, turn to any page, look at a word, and I read through your mind through the screen. So I mean, to me, it's a plus point because it's like how the do you even do that since I'm there and you are here and stuff like that. So yeah, you know, that's I've used that to my advantage over this time, and it's been good. Yeah.
Okay. So that's a little bit about the virtual world, what we are experiencing as entertainers or in the events line. Definitely we have changed. One of the things also that you have mentioned is that you are also connecting yourself with people overseas, and now you're also doing virtual events internationally, right?
Yeah.
And it's much easier in a sense because you don't really need to travel, you don't need to renew visas and all that kind of stuff. But of course, the hours are very different. The performances are very different for your side. Besides these two particular things, what is the advantage for you as a magician now pivoting to doing things online? What's the advantage for you right now?
Well, I see that by the way, about virtual shows, if you guys are interested to experience a virtual show, drop me a DM on Instagram. Maybe, perhaps, I would pick some lucky winners to invite you to my free virtual show if you guys want to. Just drop me a DM, and yeah, you get to experience it for yourself.
Yep.
So yeah, for the virtual world, the advantage of this is that now I basically can connect with anybody, anywhere around the world, right?
True. Yep.
But obviously, I mean, of course, it's been a great time. I've spoken to a lot of friends in the UK and stuff like that who enjoys it more than you know, this I'm referring to the older ones who, you know, they don't want to travel. They are comfortable in their homes, just doing magic or stand-up comedy at home. But for me personally, I like traveling. I like one thing I love my job is that I get to travel. I get to perform anywhere in the world, and the beauty about it is traveling, right? You get to experience different walks of life, different cultures, and all that stuff. Yeah, but the benefits, I guess, with virtual world, as I mentioned earlier on, is that, you know, of course, I get to connect now with like so many people in the world, and the fact that even like I was mentioning earlier on, like David Copperfield has said, "Oh, I've seen your show, and you're doing a great job." I was like, wow, this is like things that, like in real life, they don't even have time to even look at your stuff, you know. And because of this pandemic, that everyone is stuck at home, everyone is in this virtual space, we basically can connect with anybody and anywhere. It's like I'm not sure if you guys are on Clubhouse. So it's like Clubhouse, you know, and everyone is connecting with each other.
Yeah, I think everybody's talking about Clubhouse now
which
too.
Is crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We've got some people online. We've got Chan Brothers from Penang, an old friend of mine. Hi Chan, how are you doing? Just celebrated his anniversary with his wife. Then we've got Darren Lee as well. You can follow Andrew on his TikTok.
Yeah, Darren Lee is actually, in fact, a magician friend that we met during this pandemic as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah, he's in the UK, doing a great YouTube, doing great TikTok videos. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out my way around TikTok because, you know, when I first this is not for me, man.
Then of course we've got Reno Lee. Reno Lee can share Darren Lee's TikTok name. Okay, so Darren Lee, you can connect with Reno Lee. Okay, I guess you are in the same family tree, so Lee Lees. Okay, all right. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching once again. Yes, please go and follow Andrew, and definitely he will love to connect with you. Like he said, he might just pick a little winner who are commenting here. Please, guys, comment, and then you may be invited for one of his shows later. All right. So yes, shows virtual, not physical yet. All right. So do connect with him, and he'll be more than happy to talk to you about it. All right. So one of the things that I noticed about your profile is that you had the opportunity to also, during this pandemic, to teach some people as well. So teaching people at the same time, which you have your classes really soon. What are the challenges that you face as a magician to pass on your knowledge to somebody? You know.
Well, for me, I guess, okay, this is the thing that I want to always address when it comes to magic, right? A lot of people say, oh, magic is just tricks, you know, like, oh, tipu lah, you know, or is that like the very Asian style? Is that black magic? Is that all that stuff, right? Yeah, so, oh, yeah, just bluffing me, you're just yeah, I have to admit that when I first started magic, right, it's all just about the tricks, right? Just learning the tricks, learning the mechanics of it. But as I grow older, well, younger still, yeah, but yeah, you know, as I mature more in magic, magic to me is far more than just the tricks, right? Magic is found in everyone, right? It is, for me, achieving something that you thought you never could achieve and achieving it. That is magic. For me, music is magic. I mean, music has the power to move your emotions, to make you cry, to make you laugh, to make you have a good time. That is magic. It's far more than just the tricks, you know. A lot of people say, oh, I want to learn this hardest trick and impress girls or impress people and all that stuff. But then again, magic is just the content. It's just the content, yeah? Whatever that comes around it is of course the context of it. Yeah? What drives this magic trick to become a good one or a great one? So that in fact also you know, answers a lot of questions where what separates the good magician from a great magician, right? A good magician will be able to do good tricks and stuff like that. But what separates them from a great one is someone who's able to connect or relate to their audiences, someone who's able to put context into the magic that they're performing, someone that who can express their message or their personal stories or their life through magic. Yeah, because I mean, yeah.
Yeah, there's a quick explanation. I think he had a very good point. Now, what makes the difference between a good magician and a fantastic magician? Yeah, that definitely was a very good point. Okay, so let's go to our next trick before we talk to him about what he has in store for the future for himself and also for you guys as audiences who love magic. Okay. So yeah, maybe we can do one more trick before we go into that.
Yeah, this is something that I'm going to try to do with all of you guys here at Tuning at Home. If you guys want to engage with us, just tune in. I mean, just comment in the chat box, and Joshua or whoever would actually just decide what the final outcome, right? So I'll let you guys at home to imagine this, right? You have a deck of cards with you, right?
Yep.
You've got the black cards and you've got the red cards.
Okay.
Right? In a moment, I'm going to ask one of you guys to actually remove one of the colors. Now, do you guys pick the blacks or do you pick the reds?
I'll take the black.
You take the blacks? Yeah, okay. And because there's a delay in Facebook and all that other comments, so we're just going to go with Joshua, right?
Okay.
So Joshua picks the black, right?
Yep.
And we did not plan or pre-arrange anything, all right? So we got the black cards, right? And the black cards, we got the spades and we've also got the clubs, right,
Correct.
Joshua? Do you want the spades or do you want the clubs?
Can I have the spades, please?
The spades, okay, and we got the spades, right? Now, in a moment, you're going to think of any card between the ace all the way to the king. You want the ace all the way to the king? Name one.
Name one out loud? Okay, 8 of spades.
The 8 of spades. Yes. Now this is really, really interesting, guys, okay, because this is this. Between the black and the red, we've got the blacks. Between the spades and the clubs, we've got the spades. And any number between the ace to the king, we've got the 8, which is the 8 of spades.
Yes.
I did not influence you to pick the 8 of spades, right? True?
No.
What if I told you guys that before I came on here, I already knew the card that Joshua is going to think of? And no, it's not that we planned anything or anything like that, because if you guys are here, you guys will actually experience this yourself, right? If you guys go to my Instagram right now, okay, and on my webpage, it says andrewlee.com, andrewleemagic.com, which is my webpage, yes. And if you scroll all the way down to my website, it says that Andrew Lee thinks that.
Go to your website. Yes.
Go to my website and scroll all the way down, and you'll see that Andrew Lee thinks that. 3 random selection was made. A suit, a color, and a value was selected.
Yes.
And you are thinking of this. So everybody click on this. Okay. And I'm going to give you guys the password, okay? The password in all small letters is Andrew, ANDREW, 1922.
1922.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and it's a video that I shot especially for you guys about 2 weeks ago. Take a look at it, and if I got it right, let us know in the comments and send some hearts, shapes, send some love, and yes.
Whoa! I don't know whether you could hear that, but 8 of spades was mentioned in the video. Okay. That is scary stuff. All right. even my sound crew is laughing. All right, that was 8 of spades. Whoa, that was really cool.
Thank you, thank you.
Wow.
Do you have time for one more? Yeah?
Yeah, we can have one more if you
yeah.
want. Yep.
So I'm going to show you guys something really interesting over here, right? So during this pandemic, of course, personally, I've listed down like names of favorite places to go to. I'm sure that you've got your own list of places that you would love to travel to, right? I, for myself, have listed down 1 to 100 places and stuff like that. Name me any number between 1 to 100.
Name me 1 to 100. 11.
11. So over here in my notes over here, I'm going to show you guys really slowly, okay? I'm not going to see it. Joshua, do you see like notes that like a place of famous countries, celebrities, and all that stuff, right? Yeah, go to the countries, yeah. Go down to the countries.
Go down to the countries.
And scroll down to your number, which is 11, was it?
Okay, you mean 100 flags?
Yeah, 100 flags, yeah.
Okay,
100 flags, 100 flags, yeah, okay?
Yep.
Scroll down to your country. You see a flag, yes?
Yes.
Remember that country?
Yep.
Now, if you chose a different number, don't say your country, but if you chose a different number, a number before that, what would you get?
Choose another number?
No, if you landed on a different number, like number 10, what's number 10?
What's number 10? The country? Cambodia.
Yeah, Cambodia. And if you number 9 is a different country, right?
Correct.
So each number represents different numbers, yes? And you have your country in mind, yes?
Yes, correct.
Okay, perfect. Put the phone away, it's fine.
Yep.
Yeah. Before we even begin this live stream, Joshua, remember I gave you a piece of paper,
yes,
right?
you did. Okay. He gave me a piece of paper.
Not a piece of paper, in fact. It's actually an envelope that I passed to David way beforehand. And we did not plan or prearrange this
we did
again.
not.
And it's sealed, yes, Joshua?
Yes, it's sealed.
It's completely sealed, yes, perfect.
100%.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so this is what's going to happen, okay, Joshua, because since you are over here today, I'm going to see if I can actually, in fact, understand how your mind works, okay?
Okay.
So imagine this, right? If you could travel anywhere in the world, of course, now you're thinking of one place, yes, true?
Yes.
Just to help me understand how your mind works for now, right? If you could go out to a grocery store right now, and the first thing you pick up is...
The first thing that I pick up is? Okay.
Name it out. What is it?
Name it out?
Yeah.
Sushi.
Sushi, that's really interesting. Sushi. Like, by any chance you thought of sushi, or you just like... Sushi
no,
is,
just
is
sushi
what?
just came into my mind. That's the first thing that came into my mind.
First thing that came out of my mind, sushi. That's interesting. And you could travel anywhere in the world, right? Of course, we got Cambodia and anywhere in the world, and you thought of one specific place that somehow I have a feeling that this inclination, that this thing that you will grab is related somehow to one or whatever that you're thinking of. Yes, true. And you can name it any number, right? True. During this lockdown, right, Joshua, what is your favorite pastime activity?
During this lockdown, what's my pastime? Watching Netflix.
Watching Netflix, right? Watching Netflix, right? What is your what you call it? Your favorite things to watch in Netflix?
What's my favorite thing to watch on Netflix? I guess TV series.
Like what is your favorite title?
Blacklist.
Blacklist. Really, I've never watched that show. Blacklist. Blacklist. And what
show.
else do you watch actually in there?
What else do I watch in there? I just watched the movies, which was Ocean 11, 12, and 13.
Ocean 11, 12, and 13. So basically, this is what Joshua thought of, like sushi, Netflix, Blacklist, Ocean 11, and 12, and 13, and stuff like that. And I want you to just think of of all the lists that you can thought of. You thought of a country and all that stuff, right? Just think of the country that you thought of. Don't say it out loud just yet. I'm gonna write it down over. Close your eyes, okay? I'm gonna write it down over here so that every one of you guys can actually see. Okay, so I've shown you guys this is the country that he is thinking of without saying anything whatsoever. For the first time, Joshua, I want you to just tell everybody the country that you thought of.
I thought of?
Yeah.
Japan.
Japan. I wrote down over here.
Damn.
Japan.
Okay, I think we are over. We're done. We can go home now.
Not only that. Remember, this envelope has been sealed the entire time, yes, Joshua?
I can confirm that.
Inside this envelope over here, I'm not going to even touch it. There's a piece of paper. Would you just go ahead and just open up and show it to read it out loud to yourself first.
Oh, read it out loud to myself?
Yeah, and then and then, I mean, read it to yourself first, and then you read out to everyone at home who is tuning in.
No. Remember, I have not met him yet. Until today. Okay, we can go home. We can go home. Shut down. Shut down everything.
Would you just share to everybody what you just read over here? And,
Okay, I need to say this for his benefit as well. We have not met each other at all until like 1 hour ago. So, at Andrew Lee Magic believes that the person reading this will be...
Yeah, just bear with my handwriting. It's just a very bad
It's okay, no
handwriting.
problem. It's just me. Be wearing a white T-shirt, checkered jacket, grey socks,
Grey socks. You wear grey socks? Yes, grey socks.
brown shoes. That's why I said I only met him 1 hour ago, so it doesn't make sense. And we'll be thinking sushi. A few holiday destinations was thought of and will end up in Japan with your favorite pastime activity, Netflix. I am not kidding you. The camera can zoom in if they want to and can show the note. I am not joking. This is not digitized whatsoever. I think I can frame this. Okay, so this is scary stuff. Alrighty. This will be my souvenir for tonight.
Don't forget to go to Andrew Lee Magic and find out more.
So yeah, before we go, maybe we can ask him one more question. What do you have in store in terms of your future and for the audiences?
Wow, there's so much in store. Actually, in fact, I was actually supposed to travel to Las Vegas last year in March for a special filming of a TV program. But yeah, that's gonna be postponed till when we are allowed to travel again. And yeah, I've been planning a lot of my own shows and stuff like that as well. And I can't wait to go back on cruise ships. And yeah, for now it's just virtual.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we had a great guest. His name is Andrew Lee, and he's right here with us. And it's an honor for me to have him online. We had a lot of fun with magic and also to know Andrew Lee. So please do not forget to go and connect with him on Facebook as well as his Instagram. One more time, maybe you can share your Facebook, which is Andrew Lee.
Andrew Lee Magic. Yeah.
And then your Instagram is also Andrew Lee Magic,
Yeah.
and his Facebook is andrewleemagic.com.
Yeah, or you can just Google Andrew Lee Magician. Yeah, sure.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is Live in the City, live here in Petaling Jaya, Malaysia. And of course, we are live here, 6 in the city. Thank you very much, everybody, and have a good day.
Good night.
Hi, my name is Alan. I've been in the ad industry for the past 40 years, but today I think I've finally found my first love, a virtual live streaming platform. We have often been asked, how far can you take virtual live streaming? My answer would be as far as your imagination can take you. With today's technology, we are able to do things we couldn't yesterday. Let my production team demonstrate to you what can be done. Take it and go.
Okay, thank you, boss. At the current situation of pandemic, online training is a go. Of course, we can have a fancy thing like this. And like this. Oh, slow. And like this. Whatever you can imagine. And we can do it any way you want. Okay, wait. Hello? Habibi? Yeah. No, I'm working. I'm in the studio. Wait. Someone is coming. I got to go, okay.
Can I move now?
Wait. Okay, you can come up. Okay, wait. You continue. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hi, I'm 𝘁cie. I'm hands-on in the events industry for the past 15 years. Let me make use of this technology to make your dream launch, events, or a show a reality. We own a multi-purpose hall big enough for a car to be driven in. Making the best of a physical space and virtual streaming to bring you to the next level. To me, everything has a solution, no matter how complicated the situation is.
The music industry has changed in the past few months. The new normal has caused so much hardship. But don't worry, the new technology that we have developed can solve a lot of this problem. The solution, do it with virtual live streaming.
Reno, is there anything else a singer can do?
Yes, of course.
Internet no good. Okay, I go offline.
I have my own live streaming, catering for customers to shop online while being entertained. You are always welcome to watch my live streaming channel, The Shopping Station, 购物火车站.
Give us a call and let's have coffee and talk.
Meet a company who gets what your event marketing needs. We are Annocent. Any event, any purpose, our team knows everything you need for a smashing success. We always have a plan made just for you. And when it's crunch time, we walk the talk and make it happen. And on event day, the results speak for themselves. All the event solutions you could need, all in one company. We should know. We've been at it for over 10 years. Starting with music and growing to master events of all kinds. Put the event of your dreams in our hands and watch the magic happen when we bring it to life, so that it looks and sounds like a dream come true. Events, commercials, we do it all and make it brilliant. We are Annocent. We get events and we get you.